Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Guess what I'll be doing today? That's right, working on dahlia tubers. So let's go. I live in New Hampshire. I garden in USDA Zone 5B. Based on my location, my average last frost date is around May 15th. Today is April 16th, and that means I'm about 4 weeks away from my average last frost date. I have so many dahlia tubers that I overwintered in my unheated garage. In fact, I made many videos showing you my process on checking on the tubers, making sure that they weren't drying out, and if they were, spritzing them with water on a monthly basis. And what we have here is actually just a very small sampling of all the tubers I've been able to successfully overwinter in my garage. It's around this time of year that I like to pre-sprout or wake up my dahlia tubers. But you probably noticed that they are already starting to wake up, which is fabulous. I was going to make a comprehensive video showing what I do with these guys, but in fact I already made a video that goes over all that important information. Information such as why do you wake up or pre-sprout your dahlia tubers, how to plant them out in the landscape, what to look for in terms of temperature or moisture levels. So what I'm going to do is insert that video right now. I hope you enjoy it. If you recently bought some dahlia tubers, or if you overwintered some dahlia tubers and you don't know what to do with them, then this video is for you. Dahlias are hardy, which means they can survive left in the ground in USDA zones 8 and above. With a little bit of extra protection and care, they can survive in lower zones. Where I live in zone 5B, I haven't even tried it. Every single year I have to dig up my tubers if I want to keep them year after year. And I store them in an area where they won't freeze every winter, and then I wake them up every spring. I have a lot of videos that show how to overwinter dahlia tubers, how to divide them, and even how to collect the seeds from them and start seeds of dahlias. If you want to see those videos, I'll put them down in the description below. It's very important to know what your average last frost date is when it comes to storing dahlia tubers. If you don't know what that date is, check out the website below, enter in your zip code, and it'll give you an idea of that date. There's also a map on there that you can check out. Or you can do an internet search and just type in something like, what is my average last frost date? Put in your location, and that will also give you the date. And by having that date, you can count backwards, and that will tell you when it's the right time to plant your dahlia tubers. We're first going to talk about timing and when is the right time to plant your tubers. When it comes to planting your dahlia tubers outdoors, you want to wait until the soil temperature has reached about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That might be a few weeks after your last frost date has passed. It's around the same time as when you're planting your tomato plants in the ground. Another time that you can plant your dahlia tubers is if you're going to be planting them indoors. If you're going to do that, you want to do that at least 4 to 6 weeks before your average last frost date. You'll often find that this is referred to as pre-sprouting or waking up your dahlia tubers. In fact, some people will even pre-sprout or wake up their dahlia tubers indoors 8 to 10 weeks before their average last frost date. You'll usually do that if you're planning to take cuttings and propagate your dahlia tubers. Location is key. Now I'm going to tell you about where you want to plant your tubers when it comes to getting them outside. They love sun, so you want to plant your tubers in a full sun location where it gets at least 6 to 8 hours of sun a day. And the tubers will thrive if they're in a well-draining soil. They don't like a soil that's very clay-like. If you need to, you can always amend your soil. Some ways that you can amend your soil are by adding aged manure, peat moss, or even sand. And those amendments make it so that your soil is not so heavy. It just makes it so that the tubers can grow, get bigger, and give you more plants in the long run. Dahlias have 3 main parts, and it's important to know what those parts are. We'll start with the crown. The crown is where the eyes, or the growth points, are located. Next, you have the neck. The neck connects the body to the crown. And then finally, you have the body of your tuber, and that's where the nutrients are stored. So if it ever happens that you don't have all 3 parts of that tuber, then what's going to happen is it may still send out roots for you, but it won't create flowers. You want to have all 3 parts in order to have flowers. And now I'm going to share with you how you go about planting your dahlia tubers. When it comes to planting the tubers directly in the ground outdoors, I've never done it, but it's definitely doable. You want to dig a hole that's about 4 to 6 inches in depth. Next, you want to place your tubers so that the eyes or the points are facing upwards. Then go ahead and cover the tubers with about 1 to 3 inches of soil. After a few weeks, you should start seeing sprouts coming out. Once the sprouts appear, at that point you can start backfilling and adding a little bit more soil to cover up the sprouts. And then you want to continue doing this process until the soil is ground level. If you've ever grown potatoes, it's a very similar process to growing potatoes. Also, as you start seeing the sprouts emerge, you can go ahead and start watering. You usually don't want to do that before the sprouts emerge because that can encourage rot. And if you're not sure how far to space your dahlia tubers, just read the package instructions and it will tell you how far they should be spaced because it's going to vary from variety to variety. My preferred method is to wake up or pre-sprout my dahlia tubers indoors. And if you want to do that, then you want to make sure that you're doing it somewhere where it's either on a windowsill, under grow lights, inside of a greenhouse, basically a place where it's going to be warm and where the tubers are going to get some light. You'll need a few things. You're going to need well-draining potting mix. You can use whichever potting mix you feel comfortable with. I like to make my own, and I use 4 parts of peat moss, although you can use cocoa coir, and then I mix in 1 part of vermiculite, and then 1 part of perlite, and then I sprinkle the top with garden lime, which is in a powder form, and that offsets the pH of the peat moss, although you don't need garden lime if you're going to use cocoa coir. You want to pre-moisten that mix. Make sure it's not too wet because you don't want your tubers to rot out. Find a pot that has drainage holes and is large enough to hold your tubers. Add some of your pre-moistened potting mix to your pot, and then place your tuber so that the eyes or the points are facing upwards. And then go ahead and cover your tubers with about 2 to 3 inches of your potting mix. Place your potted dahlia tuber in an area where it's going to get that light that it needs as well as the warmth that it needs. The temperature should be somewhere between 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And be patient, your dahlia tubers may not show sprouts for at least 2 to 4 weeks. Once you see sprouts emerging, at that point you can go ahead and start watering. Again, water sparingly. You don't want to give too much water. You don't want to rot out your tubers. Now you may be wondering, why even go through this whole process? Why not just take the tubers and plant them outside directly in the ground when the time is right? There are a number of reasons why you may consider pre-sprouting your tubers earlier. The first reason is you may want to have earlier blooms for yourself to enjoy, or maybe you're planning to do a cut flower garden. So in order to get those early blooms, you're going to have to pre-sprout your tubers. Another reason is to ensure improved success with your tubers. If you plant the tubers directly in the ground, there are a lot of factors going against it. One of them could be they can rot because they got too much moisture. And another reason could be certain bugs or insects, like slugs, for example, can chew on the leaves. So by having a much larger, more established plant, that will ensure better success. Another reason for pre-sprouting your tubers is for easier planting. When you have the tubers and then you have the growth already coming from the top, it's just easier to place that outside. And you know for sure that you're placing it the right way. Versus if you just have a bare root tuber and you're planting it outside, sometimes it can still be a little confusing on which way is up and which way is down. And then a final reason to pre-sprout or wake up your tubers early is for propagation purposes, if you're planning to take cuttings and create more dahlia tubers. Now don't forget, if you do pre-sprout your tubers, it is important to harden off those plants just like you would harden off any other plants that you're starting indoors. I really hope you found this video helpful. I'll make a follow-up video on my process for taking dahlia cuttings and then also on how I go about planting these out in the landscape. Let me know in the comments if you're pre-sprouting your dahlia tubers. And until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.